For over 1,000 years, the Galactic Republic, with the help of their allies in the Jedi Order, presided over a relatively peaceful and prosperous galaxy. However, after so many years of prolonged stability, the ruling body of government, known as the Senate, became mired in corruption and greed, with self-serving politicians manipulating the political process and galactic economy to their own benefit. In addition, the unity and security of the Republic was compromised by the rise of the Sith Order, which had worked in secret for 1,000 years, undermining the government and organizing vast networks of spies, underworld contacts, and political allies. Their grand plan was originally conceived by Darth Bane, founder of the Rule of Two philosophy, who passed his knowledge onto an apprentice tasked with continuing his legacy. The tradition of one Sith master and one apprentice then eventually led to the rise of Darth Plagueis and his own apprentice, Darth Sidious, who became a senator in the Republic, representing his homeworld of Naboo and using his position to destroy the government from within. After murdering his master and training his own apprentice, Darth Maul, Sidious, known to most by his birth name, Sheev Palpatine, orchestrated the Naboo crisis, convincing the Trade Federation to invade his homeworld and working within the Senate to produce a no-confidence vote against Chancellor Finis Valorum, forcing him out of office so that Palpatine himself could be elected to the position. And while the invasion of Naboo was halted and defeated by the Jedi, the Gungan armies, and Royal Defense Forces, Palpatine had achieved his immediate goal. A decade later, Sidious was prepared to launch the final revenge of the Sith against the Jedi and Republic by manipulating them into fighting the Clone Wars against a movement of separatists supposedly fighting to liberate themselves from Republic oppression. In reality, however, the separatists were led by Count Dooku, a former Jedi Knight who had left the Order years earlier, falling to the dark side and becoming the new apprentice of Sidious, following the apparent death of Darth Maul by Obi-Wan Kenobi during the invasion of Naboo. Dooku, now under the name Darth Tyrannus, organized the separatist forces, not aiming for victory, but instead merely sowing chaos and fear in the galaxy, with no intention of ever fulfilling the promises made to his followers. Palpatine, using the war as a pretense, then encouraged the Senate to pass a number of bills, giving emergency powers to the Chancellor, greatly strengthening his position. At the same time, he acted as a mentor to young Anakin Skywalker, a powerful Jedi training within the Order. Sensing the potential of the young man, he convinced Skywalker to execute his apprentice Count Dooku once the man was no longer useful, thereby remaining faithful to the Rule of Two and making room for his new apprentice. Nearing the end of the war, the Jedi discovered Palpatine's true identity and attempted to arrest him, but they were betrayed by Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, who fell to the dark side and joined the Sith Order. Palpatine then named the arrest attempt a failed Jedi coup and proclaimed Order 66, activating the inhibitor chips within the clone troopers of the Republic Army, causing them to turn against their Jedi generals, executing them where they stood. And while some few Jedi were able to escape this betrayal, the Order itself fell quickly. With everything in position, Palpatine then ordered the final defeat of the Separatists and an end to the Clone Wars, stating that because of all that occurred, the Republic must be reorganized into the First Galactic Empire, led by an Imperial Senate and himself as Emperor. But not all were prepared to give up their freedom and submit to tyranny, with some, like Senator Bail Organa of Alderaan and Senator Mon Mothma of Chandrila, working behind the scenes to build a rebel alliance willing to fight against them. And while some few Jedi and Force sensitives who survived Order 66 did what they could to help the rebels, the most powerful Jedi in Master Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi remained in exile, with Obi-Wan watching over Darth Vader's son, Luke Skywalker, hidden away on the planet Tatooine, where he might be raised far from his father's evil influence. Luke's twin sister Leia was left with Senator Organa, who raised her as a princess of Alderaan, and when she came of age, turned into one of the central leaders of the rebellion, following the example of her adopted father. A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Isle Shadowcat, Jampo the Mad, and Grandmaster Pupper. If you would like to help CivilizationEx, click on the Patreon link, and please be sure to like and subscribe, and click on the links to see more.